What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Oh, I'm headed south out of Illinois. I'm about, 30 miles outside of Missouri. Headed to Springfield, Missouri. Looking through my watch list last night and this morning, kind of made some new decisions. And I wanted to make a video about it. First of all, let me just say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country, researching, trading stocks, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. The stock market is really volatile right now. I'm not your mama. Hit that subscribe button for me, guys. Mash on it, like the video, and leave me a comment and let me know what you're doing next week. So looking through my watch list last night and this morning, just nothing's really jumping out at me, guys, for a candidate for a swing trade. I mean, now if I wanted to buy something that's pulled back and wait weeks for it to come back, then that would be another story. But as far as just a good swing trade that I can get in and out of within the week or something like that, I'm just not really seeing anything that's a really great candidate. Now, there is SunPower, ticker symbol SPWR. It has been swinging wildly. But the thing about it is that I don't have enough money on hand to buy enough shares for me to feel worth it. Like if I only buy like 30 shares of it, it'd have to go up $4, $5, $6 for it to really do something good. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't seem like I'm in a position right now to get into that heavy enough to make it a good swing trade for me. The risk is just not worth it for, 60, 80 bucks, you know what I mean, when I'm looking to make a couple hundred. So I think I'm just going to continue to look for spots to close out some other positions and build up my cash position. See what I can do with that at least Monday and Tuesday. Try to get to a spot where I can get out of a few things and build up some cash. But I will tell you that Tesla is looking mighty good right now, guys. I mean, it's pulled back under $800. And, I love Tesla as a company. I've traded them at least 3 or 4 times. I've made money off of Tesla, and every single time I have regretted selling it. Every single time I sold it for a decent profit, and I try to not be emotional about it and just say, okay, profit's profit, I took the profit. But man, every time I sell Tesla, it just makes me regret it. And they've pulled back significantly since earnings. I mean, they were up pushing 900, and I think they even jumped above 900 there for a minute. And now they're down below 8. Like, it's looking tasty to me again. This is always what I do with Tesla. I end up buying into it, and then it goes up, and I sell for $200 or $300 profit, and then it just continues up. So there's a possibility that I may buy a couple shares of Tesla with this 1,600 that I've got sitting around. I just love Tesla. It's just, in order to buy very many shares of it, it takes up such a chunk of my account, that it's hard to hold it. But we'll see what happens this time. I don't know if I'll be able to resist the urge to sell it if it goes up to 950, or maybe this time I'll just listen to my instincts and keep holding on to it, because my account is up significantly higher than it was the last time I bought it, so probably wouldn't hurt me so much to buy a couple shares and hold on to it. Tesla's just a great company. I mean, this year they're going to open the Gigafactory in Austin. I'm from Texas, that's home to me. And I mean, I feel that they're going to push up more this year, And like I said, I've regretted every time I've sold them. And I think that there's a possibility that their solar stuff could start doing more this year, and they could get some major benefits from all of the Democratic legislation that's bound to be coming down the pike. I'm really favoring Tesla. I have been for a long time, but like I said, it's been really hard for me to hold it because it takes up such a huge chunk of my account when I buy it. But I'm at the point now where I probably could throw $1,600 in it and be okay, you know, and still have plenty of money to play with. So I'm chewing on that. I'm really thinking about it, especially if it drops down lower than what it is. I mean, it closed at like 790, but it was down even lower than that on Friday. If I could catch it down in that 770 something, you know, somewhere in the mid to high 70s, I mean mid to high 700s, and that looks like a really tasty price to me, because I could see it hitting 1,000 this year. And really, like, you can't count them out. I mean, it could go to 1,600 or something crazy. You know, anything could happen with that stock. And I don't really see. I think, even though, you know, based on fundamentals, you know, it's trading really high. Like, I think in the sevens is pretty low for Tesla. And I really do see that, you know, like when they announce news that they're about to open this Texas factory, and, you know, there's just so many things that could happen over this year that could push them way up. So I'm really thinking about it. Do you hold any Tesla? Tell me down in the comments. You hold any Tesla long term? Have you traded it in and out? And if you did trade it in and out, like, did you regret selling it? I mean, because I did. I mean, I had some before the split, and about, you know, it was 2 shares after the split that I ended up with, and then I had bought it somewhere in the 400s and made a few hundred, and then I bought it again. It had come back down into the high 400s, and I bought it and made a few $100s off of it again. And then it kept going up, and just every time I sold it, I felt like I lost money. Like a month later, I would look at it and feel like I had lost money by selling it. So, yeah, I'm seriously considering holding some long term. I wish I had the type of money where I could buy some in my long term account and hold it over there. And I will get to that point. I plan on trying to max this Roth out as early as possible in the year, and then to focus more on that long-term account, my Webull account. And when that happens, Tesla's one of the things that I'm going to be looking at trying to get in there. You know, I'm working on increasing my position in Hyliion over there. I'm not going to, I mean, I don't have the money to buy a whole lot. You know, I've only got 10 shares of it right now. I've got I've got about $160 over there waiting on an opportunity to buy 10 more. I know it pushed up over 19, but it's pulled back again like I would expect it to. And I really expect that it's going to drop below 16 again, and I'm going to be able to catch 10 more shares with that money I've got waiting for it. And, you know, I'll continue to add to that position as I can when it's, you know, in the low 16s. But I don't anticipate building a huge position in it. It's just something it's too far out from performing, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many bag holders that every time it gets pushed up, a bunch of people sell and push it back down, you know, and it's going to take quite some time for that effect to balance out and for us to get you know, some stronger hands in there. A lot of weak hands in there, and people that have been sitting on shares in the 20s and even 30s and 40s and above. You know, the people just been sitting on those shares waiting for it to come back up. So every time it goes up, a bunch of people sell and push it back down. At least that's the way I see it. I believe in the company long term, and I think they will end up somewhere at that $40, $50 mark probably. But it's just not going to happen for a while. You know, with these things, it takes quite some time for it to balance out. When it went way up and a bunch of people bought it and then the bottom fell out of it, like, it's going to take a while of all that balancing itself out, in my opinion. Okay. But yeah, Tesla's what I'm looking at. like I said, SunPower, if you've got the money to buy, 100 shares of it or something, I think there's some real money to be made in that. It's making these big, like, $3, $4, $5 swings intraday. I mean, but for me, I have to have settled cash to do it, so I need to hold it overnight or wait for cash to settle in order for me to be able to execute a day trade on it. And Tesla, just like right now, with me just like not knowing what the market's going to do, and I think that Tesla is something that I'm not at all scared to buy at the price it's at now and hold it for a while. You know what I mean? And whereas with a lot of these other things, I don't know what's going to happen. I was looking at a company, Hims and Hers. The ticker symbol is HIMS, and that looked really interesting to me. It's in the telemedicine sector. You might take a look at it. I'd heard some stuff about it a while back, and I thought it was interesting, but it's kind of been running up, and it's, ARK started buying it, so, and that was just last week, ARK started buying into it, so, that one could be something that'd be good. Could try to catch a dip on it or something, So I'm kind of looking at that one. It's in my watch list now. I'm going to keep an eye on it for a little bit and see what it does. But yeah, so that's the plan for next week. I mean, I'm looking at Tesla. I'm eyeing Tesla under 800, guys. I really might do it because, it seems like a really good price to me, And Tesla has a history of after earnings, they will drop and then trade sideways for a little while before another big run up. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Hit that subscribe button, like the video. Tell me something in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching.